Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Join us as we dive into the world of Disastrous Necromancer, where we'll unravel the mysteries of Lin Moyu's quest to become the strongest. From hidden secrets to epic battles, we're here to give you an exclusive look at the story before anyone else. If you're a fan of fantasy, necromancers, or just love a good adventure, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to support the channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chapter. Let's start the journey. Title: The Rune Blade from the Ancient Battlefield.
Last time I entered the observation hall, I didn't carefully check the information. This time, I can take a look. Lin. In the big world, a lot of things happen every day. Some things are big, some are small, some are interesting, and some are important. Lin Moyu is most concerned about the movements of the starry sky giant tree, wondering if the human race's other shore realm has taken action. Although it is still far from the human race star field, with more than 9 years left, as long as it exists, Lin Moyu will feel uneasy. For cultivators, 9 years is very short. Once the starry sky giant tree enters the human race star field, it will be a big trouble. At that time, if action is taken, countless star systems will be destroyed, and the human race will definitely suffer heavy casualties. The high-level humans cannot allow this to happen. So Lin Moyu thinks that the high-level humans will definitely not wait until then to take action. If they are in a hurry, they should act now. Even if they continue to delay, at most, they will wait for another year or two. After all, the longer the night, the more dreams there are. It is expected to be resolved as soon as possible. Unless the high-level humans in the other shore realm have some concerns. Lin Moyu did not find any new information related to the starry sky giant tree. The latest information is the one he had seen before. Although he did not see any new information about the starry sky giant tree, Lin Moyu saw other news. Zerg and Dragon Clan at war. This is the title of the information, accompanied by a dynamic picture. In the picture, a huge insect is slowly advancing in the starry sky, looking very ferocious. This information costs 100,000 points, 10 times more expensive than the information about the starry sky giant tree. When Lin Moyu saw the picture of the insect, his heart skipped a beat. The insect in the picture is exactly the same as the one he saw in the small world, deep in the ancient battlefield. He still remembers the situation at that time. He used necromancy to resurrect an insect that had been dead for 1,000 years. Then he entered the insect's soul consciousness, wanting to see what happened back then. Unexpectedly, the insect's consciousness connected to an extremely complex network. It was then that he saw a huge eye. He still remembers the roar, "Bold, dare to spy on my clan, seeking death." The terrifying attack came like a huge wave. If he hadn't escaped quickly, he would have been killed. That eye is exactly the same as the eye of the insect in the picture. But Lin Moyu couldn't be sure. What if all the Zerg's eyes look the same? Is it the insect from back then? What kind of race are the Zerg, and how do they exist? Why are they at war with the Dragon Clan? Lin Moyu had many questions in an instant. After entering the big world, he tried to find information about the Zerg, but did not gain much. He only knew that the Zerg is a very mysterious race, and their combat power is very strong. But there was no more specific information. Back then in the small world, Antares was also vague. Obviously, the Zerg are very strong. Lin Moyu did not hesitate much and directly spent 100,000 points to purchase this information. All the information was displayed, including text, dynamic pictures, and even voice explanations. The 13th sequence Zerg mother, years ago, manipulated the Dragon Clan's corpse. Later discovered by the Dragon Clan, recently engaged in a battle with them. The Dragon Clan was led by a divine dragon, accompanied by 10 sacred dragons and 100 elemental dragons, and engaged in a fierce battle. The battle lasted for several days, with casualties on both sides, and the Zerg mother retreated. The text in the information was very little, mostly specific battle scenes. In the picture, the Zerg mother looks like a huge centipede, a one-eyed, 1,000-legged centipede. The specific size could not be judged from the picture. But based on the size of the stars in the background, Lin Moyu roughly estimated the size of the Zerg mother. Its body length should exceed 100,000 kilometers, comparable to a star. With more than 10,000 pairs of legs, each leg is very large, sharp as a sickle, capable of easily tearing apart stars. Its whole body trembles, and countless small insects fly out from its abdomen. The small insects are only relative, each one is as large as a mountain, and the smallest is 100 meters, densely packed and countless. Lin Muyu's eyes narrowed, and he saw many insects similar to those he had seen back then. At this moment, he was completely sure that this Zerg mother was the one he had spied on back then. Countless large and small insects rushed out and engaged in a fierce battle with the dragon clan. The battle spread over a wide area, with nearby stars constantly exploding. Lin Muyu did not know where they were fighting, only that those stars were quite unlucky. The picture quickly disappeared, without further details. The result was already known: the Zerg mother retreated, and both sides suffered losses. Obviously, the dragon clan won. Seeing the divine dragon reminded Lin Muyu of Antares. He didn't know how that guy was doing now, when he could leave the small world and truly return to the big world. A scale appeared in his hand, given to him by Antares before he left the small world. When Antares returns to the big world, he can contact him through the scale. The scale was currently inactive. Lin Muyu checked for new information. There was a lot of new information, some of it related to him. Many pieces of information talked about his past, some things he did on the battlefield, and the situation in the 4-star domain competition. Lin Muyu didn't know what methods the Shu family used to obtain this information. He clearly remembered that most of the time on the battlefield, he was alone. From this, it can be concluded that the Shu family must have some special methods. Lin. The quiet street suddenly became noisy and very lively, when the sound reached the observation hall, attracting the attention of many people. Shui. Lin Muyu's heart moved, hearing a lot of voices from outside. Something happened. Young Master Lu is dead. Young Master Chao is also detained. How could there be something from the Demon Clan? It may not be from the Demon Clan, Lord Wang Xing said. It just looks like it, and it is not certain yet. Lord Wang Xing said it might be something left from ancient times, something called a rune blade. Lin Muyu's heart moved. Young Master Lu and Young Master Chao were the two who were dueling just now. Both were only in the true god realm, with Wang Xing, a god king, present, and the formation restricting them. How could something happen? Lin Muyu also became curious. Especially when he heard about the ancient rune blade, Lin Muyu decided to take a look. A rune blade is a special weapon made with runes. But unlike magical treasures, rune blades have a limited number of uses, and over time, they gradually lose their effectiveness. The possibility of an ancient rune blade being preserved until now is very small. If there really is an ancient rune blade, it must be extraordinary. On the dueling platform, a person was lying on the ground, barely alive. He had wounds on his forehead, chest, and abdomen. His name was Lu Ji, the eldest son of the Lu family in this city. On the other side, Chao Zhengyuan was already controlled by Wang Xing, sitting on the ground unable to move. The beauty that Lu Ji and Chao Zhengyuan were fighting over was standing under the platform, looking lost. At this moment, Wang Xing's face was solemn, standing on the dueling platform, talking to two people. The two people talking to Wang Xing were Lu Tian and Chao Fengxin, the heads of the Lu and Chao families. Lu Tian's eyes were filled with sadness and hatred. Chao Fengxin looked somewhat confused, seemingly unable to believe what had happened. When Shui. Lin Muyu stood in midair, looking down. His gaze swept over Lu Ji, whose breath was already very weak. The physical injuries were minor. The key issue was the trauma to his soul. There was a flow of life laws on his body, indicating he had been treated, but the effect was minimal. At most, it could only temporarily maintain his condition, unable to completely heal him. The human race had no good means to treat soul injuries. However, Lin Muyu could see that Lu Ji wouldn't die immediately. His attention shifted to the rune blade in Wang Xing's hand. The rune blade looked like a curved short knife, emitting a unique power belonging to runes. The blade also exuded an ancient aura, carrying a sense of desolation. However, not everyone could feel this aura. It required extremely sensitive soul perception. Wang Xing and the two family heads seemed to be in a heated discussion, their voices gradually rising into an argument. Lu Tian suppressed his anger. Lord Wang Xing, can my son be saved? Wang Xing replied, I have already reported to the family head, who will arrive soon. As a member of the Wang family, Wang Xing spoke with a hint of authority. Even though Lu Tian's cultivation was higher than Wang Xing's, he dared not offend him. Lu Tian glared at Chao Fengxin, if anything happens to my son. The rest of the threat was understood without being said. If Lu Ji died, Chao Zhengyuan would not fare well either. The rules of the Human Emperor Network were strict. No one could protect Chao Zhengyuan. Can I take a look at the rune blade? A voice suddenly interrupted, and all three turned to see an unexpected figure. Wang Xing was slightly surprised. It's you. He had seen Lin Muyu before, but Lin Muyu had disappeared afterward. Lin Muyu cupped his hands. Greetings, brother Wang Xing. Wang Xing nodded. What do you want? Lin Muyu said, I want to see this rune blade. Wang Xing flatly refused. No. Lin Muyu asked, is there a rule against it? The Human Emperor Network had many rules, and Lin Muyu wasn't sure if there was a specific rule about this. Wang Xing nodded, yes. Wang Xing didn't explain why, and Lin Muyu didn't press further. Lin Muyu glanced at the rune blade again. Wang Xing hadn't stored it in a magical storage item, likely because it couldn't be stored, so he had to hold it. Wang Xing seemed to be on guard, indicating the rune blade was peculiar. Suddenly, Lin Muyu sensed something and looked at Chao Zhengyuan. A sharp, inhuman scream erupted as Chao Zhengyuan howled at the sky, his voice piercingly sharp. The sound waves spread wildly through the city, causing many to fall from the sky instantly. On the ground, numerous cultivators clutched their heads in pain, clearly suffering. Even a few god kings felt uncomfortable. The sound waves directly attacked the soul. At this moment, Chao Zhengyuan's body was covered in black runes, and his eyes had turned black. He was enveloped in black energy, looking extremely eerie. The formation that had been restraining him trembled continuously, on the verge of collapse. Chao Zhengyuan was like a beast about to break free, his screams growing louder. Chao Fengxin trembled and exclaimed, how could this happen? Wang Xing reacted quickly, rushing to Chao Zhengyuan's side. He drew a rune with incredible speed and pressed it onto Chao Zhengyuan's head. Lin Muyu recognized the rune as a suppression rune, meant to suppress everything. Of course, the effectiveness of suppression depended on one's strength. Wang Xing was a 6th-level god king, while Chao Zhengyuan was only a 6th-level true god. The gap was insurmountable, making suppression easy. But contrary to expectations, the suppression rune didn't stop Chao Zhengyuan's screams. Black energy surged from Chao Zhengyuan, resisting the suppression rune, and his aura grew stronger. Wang Xing's face turned serious as he increased the pressure. But no matter how much force he applied, he couldn't suppress Chao Zhengyuan. Chao Zhengyuan's resistance grew stronger, and the suppression rune began to crack, on the verge of breaking. Suddenly, a black light flashed. The rune blade in Wang Xing's hand burst forth, escaping his grasp and shooting towards his forehead. The attack was too sudden and fast for Wang Xing to react. Fear filled Wang Xing's eyes as he watched the rune blade approach. Suddenly, a hand grabbed Wang Xing's shoulder, pulling him back, and a golden light clashed with the rune blade. The rune blade was knocked away, and Wang Xing narrowly escaped. Wang Xing looked at Lin Muyu, who had pulled him back, with lingering fear and a pale face. Thank you. Lin Muyu smiled. No need to thank me, brother Wang. Jie, what's happening to you? Lu Tian's voice suddenly rang out. Looking over, they saw Lu Ji, who had been lying on the ground, now standing. He was also covered in black energy, with black runes emerging from his skin. His wounds had healed. Lu Ji and Chao Zhengyuan were in the same condition. The rune blade flew back, landing in Lu Ji's hand. Lu Ji's aura exploded, instantly breaking through to the God King level and growing stronger. Wang Xing's heart trembled. This is trouble. Lu Tian and Chao Fengxin were at a loss, not knowing what to do. Lin Muyu shook his head. It's fine. He quickly drew 2 suppression runes. Wang Xing's pupils contracted. Lin Muyu's speed was faster than his own. Moreover, the power within Lin Muyu's runes far exceeded his own. The 2 suppression runes glowed faintly with purple light, exuding a noble aura. Go! Lin Muyu softly commanded, and the 2 runes flew out. Before the 2 could react, the runes landed on their heads. The runes emitted countless rays of light, enveloping the 2. They quieted down, though black energy still surged, unable to break free from the suppression runes. The same suppression rune, but Lin Muyu's was far more powerful than Wang Xing's. Wang Xing stared in disbelief, his previous fear forgotten. How can the difference be so great? He couldn't believe his eyes, but the reality was undeniable. Moreover, Lin Muyu's cultivation was lower than his own. Yet in rune mastery, he was far behind Lin Muyu. Lin Muyu walked to Lu Ji, taking the rune blade from his hand. Lu Ji, covered in black energy, seemed to want to resist and roar. But it was useless. Under the suppression rune, he couldn't move or make a sound. Lin Muyu held the rune blade, which vibrated and resisted, trying to escape and even attack him. Golden light flashed in Lin Muyu's hand, giving the blade no chance. Looking at the runes on the blade, Lin Muyu smiled. So that's how it is. A delicate small bow appeared above his head. The soul shooting bow, a mid-level soul treasure in the God Sovereign realm. Soul treasures in the God Sovereign realm are extremely rare, and soul treasures are even rarer. The rune blade in Lin Muyu's hand struggled frantically, trying to break free from his control. But Lin Muyu held it firmly. No matter how much it trembled and struggled, it was to no avail. The soul shooting bow automatically drew back, and soul power was injected into it, forming an arrow. The moment the arrow was formed, a terrifying and dreadful pressure swept in all directions. Wang Xing, Lu Tian, and Chao Fengxin involuntarily retreated, directly exiting the dueling arena. They felt their souls being impacted, and their faces turned pale. Wang Xing was once again shocked. What level of treasure is this? How can it be so powerful? What a terrifying soul treasure. I feel that if this arrow is shot, I will surely die. How could a mere 4th level God King young man possess such a terrifying soul treasure? Not only possess it, but also be able to drive it. Wang Xing, coming from the Wang family, had seen the world. He instinctively judged that the soul shooting bow should be a soul treasure in the God Sovereign realm. But how could a 4th level God King young man drive a soul treasure in the God Sovereign realm? Unless Lin Muyu's soul had already reached the God Sovereign level. Wang Xing instantly understood. No wonder his runes are so much stronger than mine. His soul has already reached the God Sovereign level. A God Sovereign level soul, a God Sovereign level soul treasure. His background must be extraordinary, and there must be a powerful family behind him. Lin Muyu didn't know Wang Xing's complex inner thoughts. In fact, he didn't want to use the soul shooting bow. But there was no choice. There was a powerful soul in the rune blade. It couldn't be called a soul, it could only be called an evil spirit. It was a collection of countless evil thoughts and grievances, not easy to deal with. Lin Muyu roughly sensed that the evil spirit's realm had already touched the threshold of the God Sovereign level. His soul curse techniques couldn't destroy it, so he had to use the soul shooting bow. Just as well, he could take this opportunity to see the power of the soul shooting bow. The soul shooting bow had no special attributes. The stronger the user's soul, the stronger its attack. With Lin Muyu's soul in the other shore realm, controlling the soul shooting bow, it was not a problem to destroy an evil spirit. A faint purple light flashed, and the arrow shot into the rune blade. The rune blade, which had been struggling frantically, suddenly went still. After half a second, a shrill scream came from the rune blade, and a large amount of black gas emerged. The black gas was enveloped by an invisible flame, quickly burning to ashes. The black gas on Lu Ji and Chao Zhengyuan, who were controlled by the suppression runes, also suddenly began to burn. The two of them trembled violently, then fell to the ground, motionless. Child! Lu Tian and Chao Fengxin exclaimed in unison, rushing back to their respective sons. Wang Xing also immediately went over to check, first checking Chao Fengxin, then looking at Lu Ji. He said in a low voice, "Young Master Chao is fine, just a bit exhausted." As for young Master Lu Ji's soul was previously injured, and healing it would be very troublesome. Lu Tian cupped his hands towards Wang Xing. "Please, Lord Wang, think of a way. I remember there is a rune called the Soul Rune among the Rune Masters, which can heal soul injuries." Wang Xing shook his head. "Master Lu, you may not know, the Soul Rune is an ancient rune, and it requires a 7th level rune master to master it. And I am only a 3rd level rune master. Even if there is a 7th level rune master, they may not be able to master the Soul Rune. The Soul Rune is of a very high grade and is extremely difficult to master even among ancient runes. Moreover, Master Lu should understand, a 7th level rune master is at least a peak God Sovereign." Lu Tian's face showed a bitter expression. According to Wang Xing, his son was probably doomed. But Lu Tian still wanted to seek the last possible chance. "Lord Wang, can you help me think of a way?" Wang Xing was also a bit troubled at this moment. Finally, he said, "Sai, when the family head arrives, I will talk to him. Perhaps the family head knows such a person." "Thank you, Lord Wang." Lu Tian had no other way and could only do this. "Actually, it's not that troublesome." Lin Muyu suddenly spoke. Lu Tian looked up at Lin Muyu. This 4th level God King young man was really a bit mysterious. His runes seemed to be stronger than Wang Xing's, and much stronger. At this moment, Lu Tian wondered if Lin Muyu came from some powerful rune family. Did his family have a 7th level rune master among the elders? Lu Tian's hope was rekindled. "Do you know a 7th level rune master?" Lin Muyu shook his head. "I don't know, I mean, saving him is not that troublesome." With a flick of his finger, a pure white light fell into Lu Ji's body. The power of life in the undying law quickly began to repair Lu Ji's soul. Lu Ji's cultivation was not high, only at the 6th level of the true God realm. His soul was not very strong either. With Lin Muyu's current mastery of the undying law, healing such a small injury was not difficult. In less than 10 seconds, the unconscious Lu Ji suddenly let out a light groan and woke up. He seemed to know nothing about what had just happened, his eyes filled with confusion. "Father, why are you here?" Lu Tian's eyes were filled with joy. He could feel that his son's soul was already fine. He joyfully bowed to Lin Muyu. "Thank you, sir, for saving my son." Lin Muyu nodded slightly, accepting Lu Tian's thanks. He walked to Chao Zhengyuan, shook the rune blade. "Where did you get this rune blade?" At this moment, Chao Zhengyuan had already recovered. The moment he saw Lin Muyu's gaze, his soul trembled violently, and his face turned pale. Lin Muyu's gaze was like a sharp sword, as if he would be killed on the spot if he didn't speak. Driven by the instinct to survive, Chao Zhengyuan spoke without hesitation. "I got it from the ancient battlefield." Lin Muyu frowned. "Be specific." Chao Zhengyuan didn't hesitate at all, quickly answering, "The 12,301 ancient battlefield. I entered the ancient battlefield and found an ancient cave in an abandoned ancient path. Then I got this rune blade from inside. I don't remember the exact location. The ancient cave was very dangerous, with many evil spirits. I took the rune blade and escaped." Lin Muyu's gaze was too terrifying. He feared that if he hesitated for a second, he would be killed. However, apart from Chao Zhengyuan, no one else knew this. Even Chao Fengxin, who was beside Chao Zhengyuan, felt nothing. Chao Fengxin only felt strange, wondering why his son was so honest. Lin Muyu had used a bit of soul power. The soul power of the other shore realm was not something a god king could easily detect. After getting the answer, Lin Muyu didn't ask further, turning to throw the rune blade back to Wang Xing. This rune blade had an evil spirit attached to it, probably from the ancient battlefield. Now that it has been destroyed, this rune blade can be used safely. Wang Xing caught the rune blade. At this moment, the rune blade no longer resisted or trembled, and its aura had become gentle. The evil spirit inside had obviously been killed by Lin Muyu. The true value of the rune blade lay in the runes it contained, especially runes that had not been damaged over a long period, which had great research value. For a rune master, a rune blade with history was a rare treasure. Lin Muyu felt the same, but he already knew what runes were in the rune blade. It was a killing rune, a type of high-level rune. The rune blade was no longer useful to him. Seeing Lin Muyu about to leave, Wang Xing immediately spoke. "Junior brother, are you going to the ancient battlefield?" Lin Muyu nodded. "Yes, to take a look." "Do you need something, senior brother Wang?" Wang Xing asked. "Have you joined the Rune Master Association?" Lin Muyu lightly shook his head. "No." Wang Xing immediately said, "When you return from the ancient battlefield, you can come to the Wang family to find me." "All right,